hello West Ham Network. I thought I'd start the video with something a little bit different, a channel trailer, just to show you that if you're not already subscribed, which you should be, everything that we do have in store for you. So it is Holly, and today we are going to be taking a look at a very specific side of West Ham's game that we have got to cut out if we have any hopes of ending this season on a high. And it started quite well, and we want it to end very well, but there are a few things that we definitely have to change for that to be able to happen. And this is, of course, the main thing that I think we need to change is our tendency to concede shortly after the break far too often. Now, if you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also give us a thumbs up so we know that you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget as well to leave a comment either, because as always, we love to hear your thoughts. And before I begin, we need to talk about my Christmas tree over here. So there have been comments about the wonkiness of it, and I feel like I need to explain myself a little bit. Now, the tree itself, if we look from here to here, it is perfectly straight. You might not be able to see this, but bear with me on this. So it is perfectly straight. However, we have this massive monstrosity of a star on top, which is pulling the top to the side. It's creating this optical illusion, which is making it look very leany. So like if I just block out the top here, it's a straight tree. You see that? Wonky tree. So anyway, I just wanted to clarify it. We're working very hard behind the scenes to try and straighten the tree's appearance. A couple of little technical issues here. So there is no danger of the tree falling over. It simply looks that way on camera, but you don't need to worry. Everything is going to be okay. It's Christmas. Everything's always all right. Anyway, back to West Ham. Now, one of the biggest things that has cost us this season is that even when we are leading, regardless of how much we deserve to be leading or how we're playing, we have started the second half quite badly. Now, most of the time it's been lapses in concentration and individual mistakes, but having this happen so often has become a real worry, from blind passes back to the keeper to failing to track a player or losing the ball right in front of goal when you're the last man. We've seen so many individual errors that should not be happening with the caliber of players that we've got. Now, I've got a nice little table to show you. So I'm sure many of you will have seen this table floating around from Roshane Thomas, and it's a list of the number of fixtures that we've conceded between the 45th and the 60th minute of games since the beginning of the year. And as you can see, there are a lot of fixtures that we've done this in, and we can now add another to this list actually, because it happened in Palace in the 53rd minute on Sunday, bringing it up to a total of 16 games, which is not what we want to see. So like I said, this is a massive concern, because as we know, conceding early in the second half, it sets the tone for the rest of the match. It puts us on the back foot. It gives our opponents a boost. And it also seems to cause panic, which then prevents us from wanting to attack even more, because I think we'd rather than play it safe and play the easy ball, probably around the back line, rather than actually try and do something that might lead to us getting a goal and getting back into the game. Now, as you can also see from this table, the red ones are the ones we've lost. I'm going to say peach coloured. They're the ones we've drawn. Green ones are the ones that we've ended up winning. But we end up losing a very large percentage of the games where we do concede in this period, because we leave ourselves with far too much to do. And we just make it hard for ourselves, what feels like quite unnecessarily. So the big question is, how is this happening? And what is it that's actually going so wrong? Some of us are asking what is being said at half time to make us come out second half like that. But others are now starting to question the players. And for some reason, we are failing to switch on for the second half. And there's no excuse for that, as in this league, as we've seen, it will be taken advantage of immediately. So what can we actually try and change to stop this happening? Let me know, obviously, what you think in the comments. But for me, it comes all the way back to that lack of intensity to attack and put the game to bed when we have the opportunity. We saw it against Crystal Palace. Kadu scored in I think it was the 13th minute, and it was looking really positive, and we were dealing really well with the threat that Palace brought. But then instead of killing the game off and giving everything that we could to go and attack and just kill it off, it felt like we switched off a bit. We gave them possession back, we stepped back, and we just let them get back into the game. And for me, this is the mistake that we're making. It's letting our opponents get back into the game. Whether we're ahead or whether we're not, we just let them play the way that they want to play, and then we end up kind of chasing it most weeks. So we've had spells where we've been all over the other team and they're not able to play the way that they want to. And it's so refreshing to see. But then, like, it just feels like there always comes a point where we then start standing off a bit more, and it just catches around the whole field. We give them more time on the ball. We don't make life hard for them. And then with our lack of movement on the ball and off the ball, in fact, we're not even making options. We don't have as many attacking options. We become more predictable. Their attacks catch us out. And lo and behold, we go and concede a goal that you would like to think could be avoided. And often this is, as we've seen, shortly into the second half, leaving us clinging on or trying to defy the odds to get a goal back. Now, we're about to enter a very, very critical part of our season, which I think is going to determine a lot of our final league position. We've got Spurs on Thursday, we've got Fulham, Freiburg and Wolves, but then we've got Liverpool, United, Arsenal and Brighton. So there are some huge, huge fixtures coming our way, which we need to be careful of. And we really, really do need to fix the problems that we've got. I've seen people sort of refer to how we're playing at the moment as treading water, which it does feel like we're doing. We're not doing terribly enough to be like we're going to get relegated, but we're also not meeting our potential or playing as well as we know that we can and should be as well. So it's a really frustrating one, and it's dividing a lot of the fan base. It's causing a lot of unrest, and it's not very fun. You only have to go on Twitter or X to see just how miserable most people are. And it's hard. And I know that when West Ham lose, my mood for the rest of the weekend is affected. So we need to fix this. But having said that, for whatever reason, these games that we do have coming up, which are the harder ones against Liverpool, United, Arsenal, Brighton, these are the kind of games that we often do manage to show up for. We put off incredible performances and we get a win, which would definitely lift spirits and hopefully get us out of the routine that we've kind of fallen into of just doing enough. And we just need to unlock this eagerness and win, to fight more games and put everything on the line that we can to win every ball, get every goal, and hopefully we'll then get players feeling more confident and willing to try things. When Kudus was playing against Palace, he was really exciting to watch because he didn't feel like he was worried about losing the ball. He looked like he was enjoying playing his game. And when Paqueta, obviously, I know he does lose possession at the moment a fair bit, but when he's playing well, it's because he doesn't worry about losing possession, because he's enjoying playing football and looking for options. And if we can get multiple players doing that, we can start linking up again. And I think, again, this is where we can start bringing it back to playing as a team rather than a group of individuals, because at the moment it does feel more like we've got a team of players that are all kind of playing on their own and not linking up how they need to. So can we do it? I really hope that we can. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know you need to mark your players, you need to close down quickly, you need to check where players are before you play a pass back. And with the calibre of players that we have, there's no excuse. We should be able to do this, and we should be able to do this well. So I think we will be able to sort it out. It's just a matter of how and when, but the sooner we can do it, the better it's going to be. So there you have it. Can West Ham stop conceding these early second half goals? It would make a massive, massive difference to the outcome of our season. And what do we need to do to actually make that happen? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Also, make sure you leave a comment on our Christmas Advent Calendar videos, which are going out every single day until Christmas with West Ham legends. And if you're subscribed, you will be automatically entered into a draw when you comment to win amazing West Ham goodies. How easy is that? You can keep it for yourself. You can even re-gift these things to another West Ham fan that you know and love this Christmas. Perfect. So as always, thank you so much, as always, for watching. Said as always twice there, but as always, thank you. And until next time, come on, you irons.